Okay, these are the answers to quadratic formula worksheet number 2. So I just wrote out what would go, the numbers that would be plugged into the quadratic formula, and then I wrote down the answers, okay? And I think you can follow through. Again, a lot of it's calculator work, but the idea is that you understand the process. So on number 1, negative 11 plus or minus the square root of 11 squared minus 4 times 1 times 30 all over 2 times 1. Works out this one, the radical's nice and neat. And you get two answers, negative 5 and negative 6. Number 2, opposite of 7 is negative 7 plus or minus the square root of 7 squared minus 4 times 1 times 8 all over 2 times 1. We're going to get a decimal here, the two decimal answers, negative 1.44 and negative 5.56. That says negative 1.44 there, a little sloppy. 3, on this one we get a discriminant that is negative, so the number underneath the radical is a negative number. Can't take the square root of a negative right now, so no real solutions. Okay, later on, like I've said before, we'll get a couple imaginary solutions, but not now. 4, again, you can see what I've plugged into all the numbers, A, B, and C. Two answers, 0.32 and negative 6.32. So it's exactly like the previous worksheet, just decimals rather than nice, neat integers. Number 5, again, you can see there what I plugged in, 10 plus or minus the square root of negative 10 squared minus 4 times 1 times 25 all over 2 times 1. On this, the discriminant is 0, so the radical turns into 0. So you get a single answer, what we call a double zero or a double root. Answer is 5. Number 6, the discriminant is negative on this one again, so the number in front of or inside the radical is a negative, so no real solutions. 7, negative 7 plus or minus the square root of 7 squared minus 4 times 3 times 3 all over 2 times 3. Again, your radical is a decimal, which is fine. Take negative 7 plus that decimal over 6 and negative 7 minus that decimal over 6, and you get negative 0.57 and negative 1.77 as your answers. Those are the two places where it would the curve would cross the x-axis. Not very nice. And number 8, on this one, negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 4 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 1 all over 2. Your two answers are 0.24 and negative 4.24. Okay. The back, number 9, if your discriminant is 12, well, if your discriminant is any positive number, that means the number underneath the radical is positive. You're going to have two real solutions. So there's two solutions and the type is real. Number 11, if the discriminant is negative, we're going to have no real solutions. Again, eventually you'll have two imaginary solutions, not this year. And number 11, if the discriminant is 0, you're going to have one real solution like we did on number 5 on the front page of this worksheet. Number 12, it's in standard form. You could have completed the square and put it in vertex form to find the vertex. I just used the calculator to find the vertex, which was at 3, negative 1, and it had regular jumps. 13, it's in vertex form, so I went left 1 and down 5, and then the 2 out front doubles your jump. So right 1 up 2, right 1 up 6, left 1 up 2, left 1 up 6. These are problems we did when we were still together learning at school. 14 was in factored form, so what I did was found the zeros, which would be at 0 and positive 2, and then negative out front, make sure it opens downward, so I built it from there. There's other ways to do it, but that's the way I did it. In number 15, again, I used my calculator to find the vertex, which was negative 1, negative 3. Notice the A value is 2, so your jumps were doubled. Okay, so, and that's the case from there. So those are your graphs. Again, good job if you're getting to the end of these videos, and hopefully you're learning some things while you're at home. Can't wait to see all of you again someday, hopefully, and get back to a regular routine. But for now, just keep working and keep asking questions if you've got them. One more note. This is a lengthy unit, so there's one more video on notes and one more worksheet just to make sure we cover everything. So have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.